So we're walking out to the...
collecting.
Okay, what kind of ice cream did you have tonight?
It was some popsicles that came in the mail.
It's for product review.
And they were orange, carrot, and sweet potato all into one popsicle. They were okay. I mean, they weren't...
But
They were a vegetarian mix, I guess.
So that was a different kind of a treat.
It was kind of different. It tasted more like sweet potato than it did orange. But it was alright. What do you girls want? Get some fresh water without leaves in it, huh? These leaves are going to be a problem for the next couple weeks, huh? Okay.
Boy, it must be warm. I feel like my fingers are swollen.
Your fingers are
My fingers are swollen. This is probably one of the last nicer days. The leaves have really started to change. They'll really go to town the next few days though, huh?
Okay, all the leaves are out. We'll throw the other one back up.
And you can see they're getting on top of here. Oh, don't you love the sound of the leaves with these old shoes? I like
the water's right full of leaves too.
Yes, it is. The constant dumping of the waters.
Come on, girls, nice fresh water. Okay, let me take care of the boy.
It's funny, I moved up here and I ran into several friends that I haven't talked to since I've been in school. I'm talking like junior high school. That lived up this way. That when I went to a private Christian school, so some of the kids were from up more this area, and I ran into a few friends, which is really pretty neat. So this afternoon I talked to one of my friends that I went to Christian school with on Facebook, which is really nice.
And we've had a few comments about the dog, how they feel so sorry for him that he is in a cage. Come this way, Ruthie, and point the video that way. From this gate to the back side of that fence is 40-some feet. And he also has from that wall to the back of the chicken fences, all that run too.
And then he sleeps in the barn.
And then in the winter, I open up the other side where the chickens usually are, and he goes in the barn. He has that whole fence that the geese and that used to be in. So he's got more room to run than most dogs.
Well, most
dogs that are stuck in the house don't get a chance to run.
Well, Storm doesn't like it in the house, and he doesn't like to be on a leash.
He doesn't like. He's never been on a leash.
Well,
he's 14, never been on a leash.
Well, we put him on a leash a few times, and he hates that.
He'll try to choke himself.
He hates it. Or I put him on the dog lead, and he hates that.
But he's got more room to run than a lot of farms. Their dogs are on like a 12-foot chain with a doghouse. So he's got a lot more room than most dogs. And he's happy, and he's well taken care of, and he watches and keeps an eye out on the chickens to make sure that nothing gets at him. And for width, this is 8 foot wide and almost 100 feet long for him to run back and forth. And for being as old as he is, 14, he's really healthy.
Well, the vet said he was really healthy too.
Because he's got that ability to run and exercise. A lot of dogs don't get a chance to exercise. They just lay there at the end of a chain, and most of them are gone by the time they're 7, 8 years old.
And we can't let them out in the yard because we don't want them to get hit by a car.
We're on a main highway. We don't want him to get hit.
But he's got lots of room to walk, and he doesn't like the leash.
I'll get you a scoop, baby. You just hang on. I'll be right back. But I just wanted people to know that he's not confined to a cage.
Well, he also has beds in the very back one. I don't think I can see. He's got a good bed in there.
He's got more than most dogs.
But he's a good boy. I always had an inside dog more, but Storm does not like to be inside. I wish he would go inside, but he won't. So he's happy. My cat would probably like to live outside too, but I won't let her out.
I just didn't want people to think he's in a lot of dogs are only in those 6x10 kennels.
Well, another reason he's here is because he gets all the shade.
It's beautiful.
This is the coolest spot in the yard where the chickens are.
He's got a whole barn to himself in the winter.
Well, a lot of people would have put their sitting area back here because of all the shade, but we leave the animals so they can get the shade.
Here, boy. There's a big old scoop.
But,
and he doesn't gorge himself on the... I give him a scoop of dog food, and I make sure he's always got food in front of him. As you can see, he's not fat and lazy.
Well,
he's a very active dog, and he eats what he wants, and he'll leave the rest for when he wants to have some.
I'll say no, sweetie.
So he's very well taken care of and very loved. Because we had a comment that they felt so sorry for the dog for being in a cage, but I'll walk the cage. Video me, Ruth, and you'll see how much room there actually is. He'll walk with me anyway. Want to jump on me? Come on, boy.
Well, he likes it too because he likes to be with the chickens.
Ruthie, video me.
I'm going to because I have to walk this way.
Well.
Oh, okay, I'll do it. I'm sorry.
I just want him to see it's not a little 6x10 cage.
Okay, yeah, it's big.
Come on, boy, you gotta move so I can get through. Come on. You gotta trip me up, bud.
He gets excited.
He's got his own mulberry tree back here.
Yes, I know, Daddy there. He's a really good dog. He likes being with the chickens. He has never, like I said, he probably would eat a chicken if he could. He's way over there now. See all that?
Plus we take this wire fence down and he has that whole area out there.
In the winter we expand his area so he can go and sleep in the barn. Because he won't sleep in the barn in the summer.
Gotta cut down some of this sumac.
Yeah, he won't sleep in the barn in the summer. He just likes it out here. But the first cage has a crack in it, but the second cage is where he sleeps. But the first cage, he stood on it.
Yeah, he likes it. His igloo's got his bed in there.
Yeah, you can show him the bed if you want. You want to show him? Well, why don't you take the camera in there?
Yeah. He's got one of those big fluffy dog beds.
Since we're showing the dog.
Yeah. No, this is a dog video.
This is the dog.
People see Storm a lot, but they don't see what we do for him.
Well, he's a good dog, but he's out here.
He's got this big, fluffy bed in his igloo.
But he protects the chickens. He protects from.
And this one here, he's got his food dish in here, and that's a big food dish with a lot of food in it. So
But
he's not taken care of real bad, plus a big pan of water.
Which gets changed every day.
Especially when there's leaves.
Or more than once a day with the leaves. But he's a good boy. Yes. Want to see Mommy? Yeah. There's a boy, my boy.
All right, let's get back to the birds.
But he's a good boy, but he likes it out here. We actually got rid of chickens.
I just wanted to squash the thing that people think he's in a 6x5
well,
cage.
it's probably just one person or two. I don't know.
He's not. He's nothing to feel sorry for. He's probably about one of the happiest dogs I've ever owned.
He's a good boy.
How are you guys doing? You want something to scratch at out here too? That one hen.
Well, we got rid of the Polish chickens because they were mean to the dogs.
Yeah.
Because they were fighting the dog every time we go near the fence, so we got rid of them. Because he is really good with the chickens, and even if the baby chick got in the jar into his fence, he doesn't. I mean, by all rights, most dogs would eat them, but Clay doesn't. Or Clay doesn't. Clay doesn't.
I'll give the girls something to scratch.
Yeah, they like it.
They had some scratch feed. Cracked corn, they love cracked corn. Come on, girl. Here. Sprinkle for you. Come and get it, girl.
One thing that I will say about farmers, look at, he's chasing off that rooster.
Yeah, he didn't.
Is that?
That's
Oh yeah. He don't want him don't get near there. But one thing you will find.
I'll go give this to the Wyandotte.
One thing you will find
We'll
out
go out in the outside run there, give them something to scratch.
About farmers is they have a farmer's heart, and it's like they take care of their animals before they take care of themselves. It's just the way it is.
Well, they take care of us by giving us food and eggs.
And you're a fool if you don't take good care of your animals, because then they can't be healthy.
Here you go, girls.
There they go. Yeah, this is probably one of the last nice days.
There you go.
Chickens will go outside in the winter, but like everybody else, they like to stay in the warm.
This gives them something to scratch at. Gives them exercise.
This is a good time to point out too, because it is getting cooler, about drafts. This is the time of year you can lose your critters.
It's supposed to get down into the 40s this weekend. Possibly a little snow, they said. Rain and snow for Sunday. And now's the time. It won't be long and I'll be closing this door off and keeping the chickens inside. These little chickens will be staying inside for the winter. They won't get a chance to come out in the snow.
But it's actually more healthy to not have heat.
Well, it'll keep them
to not have heat in the barn than the heat.
Right, they have a body temperature of 102.
Yeah.
So they can regulate. And if you're feeding in the winter, you should give them whole kernel corn, because the whole kernel corn has the live germ in it to help generate heat while they're digesting it. So it helps keep them warm too. So, stay away from your cracked corn. Give them mash and whole kernel corn. You can give them cracked corn, but it's not as good for them as whole kernel.
Like, ask the old farmers, they know what keeps the animals alive.
Well, we don't lose. I haven't lost. The time you lose animals is in the spring and the fall. They'll go all summer without losing an animal, and you'll go all winter without losing an animal, unless you're not feeding them and they freeze to death. But because of the temperature changes in the spring and the temperature changes in the fall, that's when they get sick. And if you can keep them from getting those drafts, they don't get sick. And you feed them the right stuff so they can stay warm and stay healthy. These guys really look good now that they've been here for 2 weeks, and they're.
I thought they looked pretty good when we got them too, though. They were sometimes.
The two little ones.
Yeah, the two little ones were a little scruffy.
They were starting. The feathers are shining up.
Did they come with the same lot as these guys?
No, the older black rooster and this little black hen came together.
Because they may have come from somebody else.
Yeah, there was 2 different lots.
The reason we say that is sometimes we've gotten chickens that looked really bad, and within like a month or so, they're like these guys, like a whole different breed. But because those
the white ones all came from the same.
Yeah, those 2 little black ones, did they come from someone different?
I think one of them was lot 22, and I think the other one was lot 20.
Yeah, because they don't look quite. They didn't seem quite as.
But as soon as we let them out, none of them fought.
Right, but they look a lot more healthy. But it's hard to say.
But then again,
they might have been younger too.
But then again, when people go to the auction, we're only allowed to take 20 boxes, and some of these people come 4 and 5 in a truck and enter 20 boxes. It could all come from the same farm.
Right.
20 boxes from the farmer, 20 boxes from the farmer's wife, and 20 boxes from the farmer's son. We leave 60 boxes when he's only supposed to bring 20. But that's how they get away with it. But these could all have came from the same farm, because we bought them all about the same time.
Well, it's like farmers and farmers. There's some farmers that are.
But Ruthie liked the little Wyandotte.
Yeah, I like them.
And we bought the white ones, and Then the black ones came up, and I like the black chickens myself.
Yeah, I do too.
Black and red chickens. I'd like to get some red Wyandottes.
I'm really excited about having those little chickens. The color is really pretty out here, isn't it?
Yep. Now we got to go make sure the quail and everybody's taken care of.
I knew we were lacking somebody today.
Gotta get the eggs too. We're just rambling off about dogs and chickens. I use my
And see, he's
my
happy.
brooder as a storage for my waters and feeders for the summer. I use it during the winter so that I don't have to store them all in the barn. The only waters we're going to use is the electric waters to keep the water warm.
And the thing too.
All right, how the girls got? Man, the girls are eating corn outside, and they're eating.
And in here too. The thing is, you got to stay up.
Gabe is in here eating mash.
The thing is, you got to stay up on everybody. You always have to do chores no matter how you feel. Hey, Gabe's coming out. Gabe. Oh, Gabe. Oh, Daddy. I know, I had to grab him. Gabe.
Put your bag.
Here, grab the camera. Gabe.
He's gonna be gone. All right. Gotta be careful, cause
I got a chicken. Okay.
I had the camera backwards. They were looking at my stomach instead of the.
Sorry, guys. This is the real life.
Gotta make sure they don't get past you, dear.
You gotta teach your wife how to catch a chicken, which I do. I know. I'm pretty good. Getting pretty good at it, aren't I?
This one's a little silky egg. Look how tiny that one is.
Oh yeah.
Compared to some of the big
Oh, we got
ones.
2 silkies today.
Yep, 2 silky eggs.
Hey, what's the deal about giving chickens cayenne? Cayenne? Have you heard that before?
Cayenne pepper?
Yeah, something like that. Have you ever heard that?
I never get
Maybe I misunderstood.
You don't give them cayenne pepper.
I would think that'd make it hot, but it must be something else.
That won't make the eggs hot.
No, I mean,
Make the chickens hot.
somebody said something. I never heard that before.
Never give them cayenne.
Okay. I must have not understood what they were saying.
What that's all about.
I probably didn't understand what they were saying.
All right, chickens are set.
So it's the excitement. You gotta be.
Look around because you might find an egg from these guys too. So.
Oh yeah, that'll be
You have to
exciting.
look around the floor too when you walk in here. You turn the light on so you can see a little better. How's everybody in here doing? Get you some feed.
We've been having a really pretty little cat hanging around the house today. A feral. He's one I thought maybe somebody must have dumped off as a pet, but I don't know. I always feel bad when I see animals outside.
There you go. Look behind your thing for an egg. No egg back there. I think your girls are going through a molt right now. If I'm not mistaken. Of course, it is fall, and they'll lay more in the spring than they will all winter long, as old as they are. These guys will be their second winter. You've got water, and you've got food, so you're all set. They're so nice. They're like little baby chicks.
They're friendly.
Yeah, let me get your dish out of here. You don't need that in there.
Actually, the most skittish animal right now is the Wyandottes. Or not the Wyandottes, rather the Australorps. Just because they're a little bit more independent because they're bigger, huh? Probably. I don't know.
All right, let me put this. This is their play sand bucket. Put that up there.
Oh.
Give you guys a little more room to run around.
Are we done?
Yeah, we're all set.
Okay, let's go on in. No eggs
Just wanted
yet.
to make sure everybody.
Well, I will have.
There's some feed for you there, little black rooster. I never did name you, but I'm sure.
They somehow end up with names.
The roosters always get names. The hens don't usually. The laying hens don't normally get names. But sometimes the roosters do. It's going to be kind of hard to give them names because they're going to have 2 of each.
Yeah.
But if they get through the winter, we'll probably get rid of the 2 extra roosters and collect the eggs and hatch our own Wyandotte chicks.
That'd be nice. I love the hatch chicks, but I like them in this house better.
Those eight little Wyandottes haven't ate as much as 3 of these silkies. Because they're so tiny.
I still like, well, I like them all. That's my issue.
Yeah, I like the chickens.
Well,
I tell myself I'm not getting any more chickens for cat food. I turn around and do it all the time.
that's why I decided with the plants, I do the same thing with the plants in the house. Get rid of all the plants and rebuy them. I said, I'm not doing that anymore. And I want to do an update on my plants too.
Supposed to get some heavy rain tonight, but it looks pretty nice out.
Yeah, just 3 layers of clouds. The lower ones have water, look like they got dark.
You got to start getting things buttoned up for the winter here pretty quick.
Oh yes.
Get towards the end of October, and that's when I need to build that other cage inside the barn too. I don't know. I might just build it to add on to the one that's there, and then just put a divider in there.
Oh, let me see. Is that stray cat or my cat?
That's our
Treat, treat, treat,
our
treat,
stray
treat,
cat.
treat. Come in and get a treat.
Come on, Katrina girl.
Come on, get a treat, 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 treat.
Hurricane Katrina.
Is she behind me? Come on, let's get your
Come on,
treat.
Hurricane.
I don't like
Shouldn't
her
be-
outside.
shouldn't
Come
be
on, let's get your
treat,
treat, treat, treat, treat,
Shouldn't be
treat.
hollering treat, treat if it's the only way you're
She
gonna
coming
get it.
in?
No, she's sitting on the porch. She'll be fine.
Okay. All right, guys. Like, subscribe. And we moved a desk in here today, so it's a little messy.
Yeah, I gotta get my table cleaned up and get my desk all set up.
So we'll see you in our next video.
Let your eggs don't fall.
God bless.